my children, are the water. They will wash away all that has gone before. In your hand, you hold my light, the gleam in the eye of Set. This flame will burn away the darkness, burn you the way to paradise!
You have come to me, my son. For who now is your father if it is not me? Who gave you the will to live? I am the wellspring from which you flow. When I am gone, you will have never been. What will your world be without me?
Why mind control gangs in Iraq against the countries of Europe and the United States of America is a very brief topic, because I have talked a lot about it and explained the reasons, but it is okay to repeat it. The reason is the tendency of evil, hatred against these countries, as well as the desire of terrorism to dominate and control and bring down power centers in the world, and not any other reason. Perhaps there are secondary causes, but they are very marginal and not the real reason at all. For example, these mind control gangs are a giant intelligence network that was affiliated with the foreign regime, and it had activities hostile to these countries, and also had subordinate cells in those countries and after the previous regime invaded a state. Kuwait and the creep to control other countries, and after the failure of all the peaceful endeavors and initiatives that lasted for a long time, and every day meant more victims fell in the state of Kuwait and elsewhere, and after this the regime rejected all this, and the international community left no options but to issue an international resolution against it, and after the end of the regime and the liberation of Iraq, this network disappeared, but the bad luck of Iraq made it come back again, but with the new leadership, an intelligence officer who is a copy of Sheikh completely, and her return while wearing various masks, including that they are a sacred organization, and this devil made himself a prophet and made a homosexual security agent with him as his assistant, and this gang was the one who was launching attacks against the international forces in Iraq, and they are the ones who incite people here in Iraq against them by spreading false rumors through the fifth column section. It is very funny that the members of this gang later went to these countries with correspondence of the prophet who was in Iraq, this dirty terrorist who I do not know how or what happened to me.
Tell anything, when they're abused, a lot of them just kept silence, and they're mind control into keeping their silence. And if you don't, they do things to hurt you, like my father. When I came back, my father he can't speak here. He's a retired teacher. He's skin to bone and in a terrible shape. There are people taking care of him. I mean, he's not starving anything, really. It's here. And so the abuse on my old man is another extreme. And these are real people holding signs in Chinese in front of the real courthouse and police station headquarters in Shanghai. And what I've been saying it's conspiracy, it's not conspiracy. This is proof. 400,000 Chinese back in 2002 already are victims. Since then, that's 20 years, almost, it's a decades ago, 2 decades ago. How many more to today? So this other picture was the front page picture, was victims of China's electromagnetic mind control technology provide testimonies. This picture is victims of electromagnetic mind control technology in China, like rats in the labs, abuse them whenever they want, completely ignoring their human rights. This kind of crime and the trauma that it produces in each individual of the victims in China. May this command, the Ayah command, through this technology that I'm holding right now, capture the disease pattern of the mind control and VR room. It's a slut network. They abuse you sexually whenever they can. Wherever you are, they can do it. If they decided to pick on you. So the husband was broke down, was in despair. Oh my God. And then he told a story. He came back to China, begging them, stop abusing my family. Please. Abuse me, right? This husband, this guy. But when I watch this news, it's like, oh my God. That's, what can I say? That's foolish, right? You're running right back to the mouth of the tiger or something. They're not. When you're begging the devil, he's not going to have pity on you. So I make
One at such a terrorist, he's a devil and not at all a Christian, nor the assistance of the homosexual security agent. They both pretended to change their religion while they have no religion at all except only evil. Iraq, I have studied their actions, all of which are aimed at tearing up the countries of Europe and the United States, weakening the law and tearing apart society, meaning their dirty actions are like you walking in the street and a person comes without knowing and beats you and hides and then repeats this and makes you accuse this and that also its members spread lies also conveying the model of the swamp of vortex. The way the family is torn apart by dividing it big and small and making a competition between them etc. And also they have this title of gangs and attack means all of this from behind a terrorist bastard in Iraq.
I was greedy, misguided, self-centered, and lost. My life is wonderful now. I hate my old life.
Before coming to Emerge, I was always in my ego. My toxic mind was running my life. I was a sinful, negative loser. Thanks to the leader, every day I'm a winner.
Isolate them from the rest of the world. Make them feel part of a special...
Wrong with you. There must be something wrong with you.
There must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with me.
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Indoctrinate with fear. Tell them that they could be possessed by evil spirits, or suggest that if they should ever leave, something bad could happen to them.
I'm just warning you that without us, you're liable to get into a bad accident, get sick, or even die.
I'm warning you. Without us, you're likely to get into a bad accident, get sick, or even die.
If you leave, you'll just...
I think I want to leave.
You must be insane.
Make them feel guilty.
We're doing important work here.
You expect saving the world is easy?
We're all called upon to make some sacrifices for the cause.
Just when things get tough, you want to give up.
You're weak.
Do you want to move forward toward freedom and enlightenment? Or do you want to fall back into your old dirty ways?
What's more important, our mission?
Our family?
Eternal?
I felt an infinite emptiness. It was utterly terrifying.
No, this is good. You're transforming. Do it more.
You are reaching God.
You're being reborn.
You are becoming one with our universe, one with our family.
Make them paranoid about their own bodies or thought processes.
You're battling your sinful nature. Your body is detoxifying.
Tell them that there is a part of their mind they must eliminate in order to find happiness.
You must eliminate the toxic mind.
Your ego. Your ego is the source of all your problems.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Good. Now you're free. In fact, there was no you there to begin with.
Claim authority. It can come from a divine...
and could not get it going right, and made my legs wobbly, and I fell and hit my head. Or when you use the machine too. And when you did. With the machine, and surely nothing was crazy about me when I felt the machine do to me. You know I can nail you all asses to the wall for it. That's the real reason you want me to shut up. But making people believe the hundreds of lies that you told them. But here I am still walking around free. And the only time you got me locked up was for some bullshit. But when you asked me to work for you, I was good enough then. But now you trying to make people believe I am this horrible person. I will never work or be associated with you bitches. For nothing. You hoes dirty. If I don't want this shit.